probably call them most likely, but I got a feeling, because the way, if I remember what Carmen said now, she actually has them attached to the account. And when you go to look at their billing screen, that's the way they want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's less paperwork and everything for them.
Yeah.
They don't have to have somebody sitting at the desk and opening mail and stuff. They just punch a button and it debits your account. And they're happy with your money.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe I ought to think about downloading the page as it is now and maybe looking at getting another web host.
What is the website on that?
GoDaddy.com.
What is
It's GoDaddy.
And what, look for CAS or what? I mean, is it
Oh, it's,
to access that page? I mean, how do you go to GoDaddy.com and then where do you go from there to go to accounts or something?
that's what I was waiting on getting from Karma.
Oh, so you don't know for sure?
Yeah, but when I went to, like, setting up a new web page,
Right,
they show their billing options and stuff there.
yeah. If they have a phone contact there, we might need,
Okay,
say, might need to call them and find out for sure.
Let me see if I can pull that up real
Is
quick.
this just an application?
Let's see.
This is.
It's astronomically accurate, so like if you're looking where the
That
shadow
is it.
is, then you see the sun.
Yeah.
The sun pull up.
And I suppose it's properly oriented.
Well, I'm afraid we do, let's see.
Getting too much interference from the Gulf State sites.
No, it's just, well, the broadcast seems to be going fine. It's just nobody's connected to it, and
This is the horizon.
I think it's because I wasn't able to get the links
I see.
out.
So if it was crossing at the edge of that,
Yeah, if you can give me that,
it would be lower than the horizon.
that information, well, I can send everybody,
Yeah.
send out
Still daylight.
on my mailing list.
Well, see, the problem with it is they don't give you the link and stuff till the time you start the broadcast.
Yeah, by the time it gets.
'Cause they make a new
which
one
way
each
it's
time.
going, see if it
Oh,
goes-
and-
Okay.
When I click start, it came up and then went away before I had a chance to copy and paste it.
Launch has to go.
Let's see.
That's something else to call them up and say, hey, leave that thing on there for us
By the time it
people
gets-
who are slow readers.
All right, GoDaddy support number is 480,
Is it for which?
area code 480
Okay.
505
Okay.
8877. And let's see.
Of course, the sun is moving that way. Well, actually, the earth is rotating this way, but.
Do we have an account number as
Yes,
such?
to us, I'm saying.
I'm still waiting on that. I mean,
So
yeah.
we had to set one up, but we can't use the old account.
Well, no, that's, Karma was supposed to be getting me into the old account, and one of the things I told her I would discuss at the next meeting was how we were gonna handle billing, because that's, that's coming up in September, we need, if we can't,
And in September, that,
I'm pretty sure that's what Karma said.
okay.
Let's see.
It takes about 90 minutes to go all the way around. And that's probably less than a tenth of the way around.
Usually the less people calling them is the easiest, because you get multiple people calling them while they get all,
Well, I was thinking more like.
all frustrated.
Half an hour, but it won't be very long. Let's see, that's probably 3,000 or 4,000 miles. It's about 1/6.
I feel bad because
Now, are they running their, the same people that are running our
It'll be 15 minutes.
CAS.org website?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about the whole time was the
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's phenomenal. Is this an expensive?
And then, okay, so we got that one, and we got Google.
And Google's free, so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, and the Facebook.
What I'm trying to think, and we got Facebook.
Amazing.
Uh,
Amazing.
And then
Let's
actually
see.
flying over, you You could just see it.
And potentially those old Yahoo groups you're talking about.
Passing Cephas,
Because I'm limited on the amount of time that I can spend on the online at the library. On our Facebook, is our Star Party schedule on that?
Usually not
Okay. So what you've been doing is you've just been posting it at,
on the Google Plus. And
well, I mean, on Facebook, you sit there and go up and put a post on there that.
well, see, I don't, I usually don't.
I think I put something on there once about a Star Party, but I don't remember. I'm not a real great fan of Facebook. I don't know.
I got an account, but I hardly ever go up there.
Yeah. Your Comcast address is the best one to give emails to you, because I also have your business address too, so.
And I have a Gmail account.
Okay, well, I just use your Comcast most.
There's a way I do my Gmail, it gets forwarded to my Comcast.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, I have one account that I can check all my mails.
Right, oh, okay. I was, pretty sure that you got most of the emails I sent you.
It's strange because I don't seem to get all of them, you know? And I'm always thinking, geez, we got a Star Party, and why isn't Jack sending out any emails? And then I found out that you did send them out.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Well, like I say, I don't know if it's because of the fact I'm playing with the library's computer, and today it was running real slow. And so I don't know if it's, somebody down there was looking at porn and they were doing it bananas over that, so I don't know if they.
Just past the West Coast, we'll go along to see it moving.
Had anything to do with it or not. I thought they supposedly had all kinds of buffers in there to keep porn sites off of the.
Well, see, that's, and I know we're getting off track here, but I didn't think, I thought they had some kind of thing where, because of constitutional rights, they had to allow that stuff. And I thought, well, now, wait a second, you could never go to the library and see a Playboy magazine, so why should they allow it because it's electronic format, you know?
Yeah.
I never understood.
Well, maybe it's one of those, I just found out that if you are a veteran with a Valor or Medal Award, you can get free license plates. And I'm going, why in the world I've been paying $25 every year for the last 20 years? You know, that thing for 40 years. Say again? Yeah. Yeah.
And then he does have a magazine to sell you.
Ask Ben about their refund program. Well, I think that covers about everything I've got, and I didn't bring
Would they,
another.
would that GoDaddy take like a PayPal thing?
Let's see, I was looking at that, plus I've been fiddling with it, I'm kind of bouncing around here.
50 miles a second, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's 17,000 miles.
18,000, roughly 18,000 miles, just under 18,000. Divide that by 3,600.
It's almost to our horizon.
Yep.
Where Steve is tonight.
I don't know, unless you got a job and moved. Steve Bailey?
Yeah.
Anybody heard anything from him?
Last I heard, where was he supposed to go, to Georgia for a job interview?
He was bouncing all over the country there. There was one down in Alabama, and one up at
Air traffic
Greenville.
controller or something?
I don't know, that one I don't remember hearing about. That pretty much takes care of all the CAS business. Now we can do some personal stuff here. And how's your health going now? I know you had back problems there.
It's probably gotten about as good as it's going to get, which is not too bad.
So you're tolerable.
Unfortunately, I have to take a nap in the middle of the afternoon. That's pretty hard to take.
I don't know, like I do, sit down
do that, but he
and
won't let me.
recline in my chair and I'm gone. So, Have you done any more work on your science project there? of,
You know, I was hoping you would ask. I'm pulling all of the strings that I can find to pull to try to locate somebody who has access to a DSO, digital storage oscilloscope, with something like a gigahertz sampling rate. I went to see Steve Parks, who was, well, no, he was not a CAS member, but he's the proprietor of Public Security Equipment or something like that over on James Street. And he said those things are so expensive that you're probably not going to find one in Gallatin. And I'm just wondering if anybody here knows of.
Boy, my former life at Toshiba, I had access to a whole bunch of them.
What
But
about Mark Manor? Do you think he would have something like that in his stash of stuff?
Manor?
Yeah.
Well, he's got two of everything else. It hasn't occurred to me, when he gets interested in something, he just throws a little money at it. I might get in touch with him and see.
There was a big article in the Sunday's paper about him, and
Really?
yeah, it mentioned that he had been involved with locating, I think, 6 planets
Oh,
with,
really?
and the,
Well, I guess
outside
that
the
shouldn't
solar
be
system.
surprising because he's got all kinds of equipment.
Yeah. And we never could get a date. We were supposed to go down, check out his
We've been
outfit
talking
there.
about that for years
Yeah.
now.
And I imagine though, that probably we'd have to take our tents and camp out on his back 40.
Well, it depends on
if we go,
how many
especially if we
hours
look
we
at the
go,
night.
because
Yeah.
he's got guest houses.
Oh, he does?
And in fact, when I went, it was just me, and they fed me dinner, and we looked at the stars, and then the next morning they fed me breakfast. It was,
Wow.
That's good.
my turn's next.
lovely wife. It was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Alan, you might want to maybe check with Tim, but I know Nashville, when I went to Nashville State Technical Institute, they had rooms full of those things because we used them to National State. Well, it's National State Community College now, but National State Tech, we used them in those DSOs.
Gigahertz
Mhm.
sampling rate,
Mm-hmm.
Piece of paper.
little piece of paper. Just any old scrap.
No problem. I was looking for a clear page here.
I hate to do that, but I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Little girl in the
I'm more than a
library.
little hard of hearing,
Little girl in the library is playing
but
with her
Ben
necklace.
says,
Popped
that's
it,
Ben
as
McLaren.
well as puka shells.
Is your father from, did he go to Gallatin High School? And what was his
Then I
name?
ripped
Mike-
out a page and
Mike
folded it,
McLaren?
Mike-
a little cup
Michael.
there,
I had a
put all her
McLaren in
shells
class
in
in
the
the
thing,
1970s,
fold it up, stick it in her pocket,
but I don't think
restring
it was
when she got
Michael.
home.
Have you got an uncle,
No.
McLaren? Oh.
Well, you had me in class in the 90s. I was in the class in the 90s, in math
In the
class.
90s, and I'm sure I asked you the same question then.
I think so.
The guy that's trying to get the fire going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but if you notice towards the end there, he's got a tent on the beach there, and there's a
Says,
occupant
then
there.
says,
We used them at Nashville State Tech.
Nashville State, okay, in Nashville.
Couples have his and hers bathrooms that they set outside on the hill so they can hold
I wish I could remember
Yeah,
there was a
it was.
fellow there who did one of the electronics classes, and I know he played with satellite stuff, but he might have one himself.
Well, somebody who's interested in astronomy and this aspect of physics, of course, the thing that I'm
Have you
trying
got
to study
any
is
idea when the-
very heretical.
I think this fall, the
It's,
comment's supposed to come back bigger and better ISO.
I've run an experiment using
Was it ISO or?
an old
Whichever one's headed.
CRT oscilloscope
Yeah.
with 5 nanoseconds per centimeter maximum capability, but you can only see the sweep if you've got continuous repetition. You got 1,000 sweeps, you can see it, but single sweep you can't see it. So that's why I need a DSO. But I will check that out. Thank you very much. Well, let's see what we'll see.
Like I say, I don't have anything else unless somebody's got some more, no more gossip about some of our members who aren't here that we can talk about.
Does anybody see that element about that character?
I saw some article in the paper about him doing some weird, mysterious wizard type deal, and I was aiming to bring it in and give it to him there for his wall, but
That was probably the experiment that I did in the backyard
of the tire.
with the tower, yeah.
I kept aiming to bring it in. When I bring it in, well, you wouldn't be here. Finally, I quit bringing it. And then you started showing up again, so it must be voodoo or something there. That you're-
Well, I appreciate you thinking of, I've got 10 copies of it.
Oh, okay.
But,
If I can get home before we throw that paper out, well, I'll check that one in the Mark Manor article and bring it. It was in the Tennessean last Sunday, I believe it was.
Those might be, that kind of stuff probably would be worth scanning and sending it to the club members, because like I don't get the paper.
Yeah.
So if Alan's in it, or Mark Manor, you know.
Well, I was thinking that was the one, that
See,
we
Mark is
knew
a member
because
now.
he was, they were talking about the astronomical, events there.
Yeah.
So you've got his email address?
Oh, yeah, we got it right here. Oh, you
Matter of
got
fact, you
it.
can have that copy, well, if you like, you can have that sheet.
Oh, all right, thank you.
We trust him to know who paid and who didn't.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Well, I've got a copy here, so you got the master on your
Yeah,
computer.
it's on the
so-
system.
Yeah, so. Ben, did you ever get that copy that I sent you a copy of the membership once upon a time? I don't know if you ever got it or not. Or I
Yeah,
sent you the link to,
You sent me a screenshot of it.
yeah, was that readable? Because,
Parts of it were. It was kind of blurry in some sections.
oh, okay. Let's see.
I'd just like to just offer a word of thanks to Ben and Jewel for
Oh, yeah.
your involvement in the club, for all you do. The signs look great as I was driving in the other night, So you guys go above and beyond for the benefit of the club, and I don't know if you get enough thanks, but thank you guys.
Let's see.
Well, apparently we've had a problem with the link to this broadcast because nobody's been able to get in.
Have you been trying?
Well, Karma said she was coming in. Well, several people have said they were going to try to attend, but so far there's been 0 viewers the whole time.
Well, does that mean that there's a problem, or that maybe something came up and they just couldn't? I mean, can I try and hit it from my iPhone?
Yeah, why did I think of trying it for my... go ahead and try it. Let's see if we can get in. Oh, do you have the Google Plus? I don't have the Google Plus app, so I can't. Google Hangouts.
Ben, is your name spelled right here? This says McLerran. Different name. The
Ah.
other name was McLerran.
Oh, okay.
McLerran. So I won't ask you again.
Yeah, I don't have the Google Plus. I've got,
If you can find the Google Hangout
Yeah, I
app.
always thought it was a C too, so I guess it was an L and I was just copying it as a C. This is a partial list here.
Okay.
And so whenever I get around to having my probably within a couple of months of making a decision on a internet provider. And once I get my system back up at home, then I can send you a clearer, more accurate. If I can figure out a way to, well, I know what I can do is I can send you well, no, that would go to everybody. Start saying I could sit there and send you an email with everybody's mailing address on there, but then it would go to everybody. So, I don't think they would like to see that. But that'll get you started.
All right.
Can I get there from Chrome?
Potentially.
I'll sit there and make faces. Is there any other old business anybody can think about there? I never did get a hold of Sharon Armistead to find out about the junior rangers, and she never contacted me. I think it was back in May or June there, they were supposed to have their last little thing there where they wanted us to set a telescope up near their country store down there at not Fort Belk, so at Bledsoe Creek. And let's see, name was Bernie, wasn't it? I can't remember her last name. She's the park ranger for the summer down there. She'll be there until September. And I don't know if she made them or if she found the old signs, but she had Star Party signs out when we got there the other night. So she's very
I
interested.
thought those were the ones you guys had made.
Well, we had one
Yeah.
out when you come in the entranceway,
Okay.
and then she had the one with the red letter, and we had the one with the black letter.
Sure, hers was on the
I
easel.
came in the dark, so I don't know if I saw any with red letters.
It was on the easel, and it was kind of a little bit of an odd angle there, because whenever I saw it, I thought, been out there buying new signs or something, Then when I saw it was on that wooden easel, I thought, well, no, maybe. Then when we got down there, she was walking through the area there, and she's a real nice young ranger.
Yeah, it's funny. She said that her name's Bernadette, but she said that they made her name tag before they knew who she was. They assumed it was going to be a guy, so they could just call her Bernie now.
Yeah. So, I think she said that she'd be there until September 2nd, or right after Labor Day, I guess. So I had to go back through and did we decide that October was going to be our last deal at Bledsoe for the year, or go back to Ball State in November, or am I?
I think that was the discussion last time.
Yeah.
We talked about maybe having another picnic in September or October,
Yeah.
incorporating it as part of that.
We could probably, let's see, did I write down probably didn't. I'm sure the fall astronomy day. I've got them somewhere. But that might, we might go ahead and do some type of picnic or something like that. It seems like most of the time it's in October of the fall. Or if it's not in October, I was just thinking, they got the picnic tables and everything down there in Bledsoe, and after after Labor Day, well, they're probably, the number of campers goes down to very few. So that might be a good time to, and it might be the October 12th day, that is the fall astronomy day. And if it is, we get out there, if it's not sweltering heat or pouring down rain, and have a picnic. Last
We had
year,
a picnic, didn't we?
last year, Ben and Jewel, we had a little picnic there waiting for somebody to show up. But I'm not bringing Mountain Dew this year. Lloyd won't show up to drink it, and I still got it, so I don't know if that stuff lasts forever, or probably, well, it probably is staying on me, and
After 2 years, 3 years, I think they sell it as antifreeze.
I'm afraid to pour it out in the yard there because I'm afraid it'd kill something. And I'm leery of putting it down in through the sewer system because I'm afraid it might kill all the rats.
Yeah, I've been looking for something to kill weeds for a long time, maybe that will do it.
Well, remind me, I'll bring it next meeting there and take it home and pour it on there. I was thinking it might be something to draw ants.
You know, I'm just wondering, does anybody have any notion as to what would explain the fact that, when was that? 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, we routinely had a dozen people
Yeah.
at a meeting. We had people turning out for star parties, always big crowds. Is there something that has happened in the culture, something that's happened in the locality? I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure it out too. I don't know, some members are just not coming, I think, because they were upset at the way the election turned out or whatever. I have no idea, you know. We haven't seen Misty and Alan.
Well, Misty and Alan, you know,
Yeah.
that's really unfortunate, but that's only two of the.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Karma,
count.
she used to come up all the time.
And
And
now-
talked with her, and I think Steve talked with her, because they live a mile apart, and he said, well, you know, we could split, you know, you drive 1 month, I drive next month, you know, but.
Who are you talking about?
Karma,
Did she
Well,
sell
Karma
equipment?
sold her equipment.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. She
But
didn't try
now,
to sell everything there.
You know,
She
Mike
didn't.
Felkins probably would still come out. Rob Holler from Hartsville.
Now, of course, when you talk about Mike and you talk about our president from north of Nashville, he was president. Scott, yeah. They were particularly interested because of their children.
Mhm. And once their children graduated from college, well, they've kind of.
Well, from what I understand, Scott still has one heck of a schedule, you know.
Yeah. Work schedule.
Yeah.
That's some of it there. I don't know if.
The other thing though, Alan.
Misty was working there someplace, and Alan, he was doing a job out at the airport. I don't know if that's completed yet or not.
But Ed Vance used to come to the meetings. Mark Ted Camusi came out for a few, and then he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. But we also have a couple members who are never here for the meetings or at the star parties, but they're always out there at the fort.
Yeah. Daryl and
David.
David Craig, yeah.
And I know David made some kind of comment about how come people don't want to come out here and observe with us. And I'm thinking, well, how come you don't want to get involved in the club activities? You know, it should be a push type thing, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think he said his wife only lets him out. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
She, you know, she's
Yeah.
very, you know, you got 2 hours, you know. And that's the time that he has free to do it. And so,
And
Right.
plus, he told me, last thing he said about it was that he's waiting for his children to get old enough that they'll be able to have it, to be mature enough to handle sitting out there with us.